Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Kev Play. This is part 14 of the Sane Trilogy playthrough, and part 6 of Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And this might be our last one for Crash 2, we'll see. Hello? Oh, they won't let you go into the... I have to beat the boss first, alright. So we're gonna face Engine. I was gonna go get the purple gem, but alright. I don't know if the original blocked you out of...
Like Dr. Cortex said, give the 20 crystals you've collected to me!
Like I said, I don't know if the original locked you out. Oh, I forgot. This is... See, in the original boss fight of this, you they kind of just threw you in, just like this, basically. But you have to press square to... Square? Yeah, square. Okay. Alright, it's fine. One death's fine. What was I gonna say? Yeah, it used to just... There used to be actually no animation of him throwing the Wumpa Fruits. It used to just be random... Just like Wumpa Fruits just coming out of his body, and he would just be his like regular... In his regular animation. Oh god. I have to get used to this again. It's been a while. It's been a week. And a hectic week at that. Alright. This is the introduction of Dr. Engine. Oh, come on. And he kind of just replaces Embryo. I don't know if there was any, like, reason... I mean, Brendan O'Brien does the voice of Crash and Brio. So it wasn't like they didn't have... You know, Brendan O'Brien is obviously a part of the cast still. So it's not like, oh, they needed to, like, you know, transition it out. I think it was basically a story reason. They needed some opposing mad scientist to kind of, like... you know, put Crash between Cortex and Brio. Ah, God. I'm trying to, I usually like to stay under the laser beam, so I'll try that this time. This is definitely the hardest boss in the game. I don't want to say it's the hardest boss so far. I think Cortex in the... Come on, I'm so tempted to just jump over it. I don't even need that pity mask. Let's get it right. Let's at least get over this laser beam without getting killed, or under it. I basically just have to spam the button though. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. I remember seeing this boss, seeing Engine on the back of the PS1's, like, case for the disc, and I just remember being like, okay, that's the guy that's in the intro, and don't tell me we have to fight him at some point, because he looks scary. Like, he scared me as a kid. It's pretty, I mean, it's a pretty wild concept for a kid's game to have some guy with a rocket lodged in his head. But that's why I love it. Oh man, come on. Where is Crash pulling these Wumpa Fruits out of? It's kind of weird. I'm not even thinking whether I have to be on the left side or the right side. I kind of just know. I'm just focusing on my bad aim here. I guess it's just like you feel the rhythm of it. When he's going from right to left, you know you're going to be on the left side. I mean, when he goes, and vice versa, you know. Alright. But this is definitely the most difficult boss fight in the game, and they kind of just throw you into it without really... I love it. I love that you kind of have to figure it out. I kind of always wish that, like, our like, life meter would be going down or something if we... Depending on how much ammo we... Like, how much Wumpa Fruit we're expending. Expending? Is that the right word? I don't think... that's not the word I'm looking for, but... You know what I mean. There we go. He's supposed to have an exit dialogue, like, you know, something menacing. I remember that. I forgot exactly how it goes, but I don't know. But I kind of liked how he just got sucked into, like, the atmosphere there, into space. That kind of made up for it. Alright, we're gonna do behaving first to get that purple gem. This is something we opted for the box gem last time instead of getting the secret purple gem, which we need a special path for. Whoa! Whoa! Okay. This place ain't messing around. I should just get in underneath. I'm trying to like rush through it. It is kind of my goal for this to be the last one. Not because I want to be done, not because I'm not having fun, but because that's just, I don't know, it's just a little goal for myself to kind of beat this in the hour, the whole game. I don't know how successful I'll be with that, but I generally feel, and I hope I'm not like shooting myself in the foot by saying this, but I generally feel the last warp room is easier than this warp room was. Than the fourth warp room was. I think the only ones that will really give me trouble are the future levels. Because there's a lot of like... there's a lot of like there's gonna be like the colored gem paths that we're gonna have to take, which is like multiple colored gem paths in one go, and that's like one of the more difficult things, and I don't remember exactly how the box gem works for that, because I know at some point we had to like go backwards on like a death route or something, but we'll figure it out. This gem path we're going to is... It's kind of weird because it's very difficult to beat, but you actually don't have to beat the whole section. You only have to go like midway through. And here's our hint. Why is there a stair of nitros when I can just go to the left? Like what? Like do they really expect me to get killed on the top of the on top of the staircase here? Like, but that's basically your hint. It's like why put this here? I love how every secret path in this game kind of has a hint if you actually think about the level conceptually. Huh. That was weird how like the moles were out of the ground before I even got there. See, there's the gem. I don't even think... But like I kind of do want to go through the level as far as I can just for the sake of it, because it feels cheap to just die and go through the normal level. God. It said M in the Wumpa Fruits there. Am I wrong, or is it just like signifying that I should jump in a certain fixed way? I love how, look, it says 1 life. Well, I just ruined it, but it basically had the number 1. with the Wumpa fruits. I love how they do that. Just imagine. All right. See, now I don't. I did it honestly. I don't need to go through that part of the level now. Just go through normally. But I do. I always feel like I wanted to do. Like, it's a nice little challenge. And I always wonder, maybe like they give you like extra lives if you keep going, if you actually like stick with it. But at the same time, it's like, how many lives are you gonna lose? I don't know. At the end of the day, this game is fun, regardless of what you're collecting. So if you ever want to check it out, if you ever beat this game 100%, but you actually never, I don't know if, no, I was just wondering if that checkpoint was a pity checkpoint or not, because it seemed weird, but I don't think it is. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, but yeah, I guess for an extra challenge, try to beat. What? The bees are coming backwards at me? I don't know about that. I'm sorry. I wanted to see what my life count was, and I should have been paying attention. And surprisingly, it's lower than I was expecting with this game, because I find this game generally more easier. Come on. Generally more easier than. Come on. I mean, am I wrong in thinking that that was like there's something weird with that section there? Because that was bothering me last time too. Not bothering me, but it was giving me. It seemed weird that the bees were like right on my ass without allowing me some time to run. But maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering how this game works in that part. Come on, I'm trying to spin them first. But yeah, my lives are just lower than they... If this was the PS1 version, I would be at 99, I think. But I think I did have some trouble with Cold Hard Crash, and... I don't know, there's some normal stuff in this game that's kind of just... In the Sane Trilogy version, that's kind of like just proven to be a problem for me, I guess. I don't know. But we got it. I don't know. Yeah, I just find it weird that in Crash 1, I was able to... And now the bees should be coming on this section. They always did in the first PS1 version. That's why they put this steel box thing here, because it's kind of like... If you jump over, then you're kind of pushing it. But I digress. Got it done. Alright, so we have a fair amount of time to try to do the 5th warp room. I don't know how this is going to work, we'll see. I think we have all our color gems now, though. Up away. Alright, let's just go. Let's just go to the first one. Piston. Whoop. Okay, victory speech.
What is your problem, Bandicoot? I will not ask you again to bring me the crystals. Obtain the remaining 5 crystals, Crash, and bring them to me.
See, now we were supposed to give the crystals to Engine, even though he was firing, you know, set to fire like rockets at us and everything. But this is what like I guess maybe because people don't really see Crash as kind of like a character that's having any thought beyond, you know, there's no cutscene where he's like kind of like making it clear what his intentions are. But I feel like that's the moment where he says, I'm not going to do it, I've come this far, now you actually have to face me at some point. And that was like kind of like Crash kind of outsmarting Cortex in a way. Or, I not so much outsmarting, but like, you know, using, it's like a physical challenge, basically. Like, if you want to take these from me, you're gonna have to actually take them. Because obviously we're making a choice here. I mean, in the story of this game, like, there's a choice going on where we're not giving the crystals. I just don't understand why people always say, oh, Crash is dumb, that he's doing this and he, like, stop collecting crystals or whatever, but I think he's actually collecting crystals so he has an opportunity to get closer to Cortex. That's just me. These levels are going to give me a little trouble. And in the latter half of it. I don't know if it's this one or Spaced Out that's a little bit more difficult, but I think it really comes down to... There's a lot of timing stuff like this, but there's also figuring out like a death route and a colored gem path in terms of like... Oh god. See, I already messed up. But I don't think we died yet, right? No. I don't know if there's a death route here, but I would have... I don't know, I didn't look at the thing. Oh, I didn't even see the crystal there. That's weird. It really just glow. That whole pillar was just glowing pink. So like I just like totally just chalked it up as a pink. Whoa! See, I'm so thrown off by that stealth crystal. There we go. I never understood why that guy dies too, but I don't know. No complaints. These, okay, I died. Shoot. See, this is what we have to deal with. Maybe I should just keep going anyway for the gem? Or is there... Alright, you know what? I have a feeling there's boxes in there. Dang. See, the reason I don't want to do this, I want to finish this in an hour, because I'm such like a neat freak. I want it to be like 6... This is part 6, so it would be 6 hours. But there's no way I would need a 7th hour completely. And I don't want to make an episode that's just like, you know, 20 to 30 minutes tops. But I'll be more careful this time. It was that damn stealth crystal that threw me off. It threw me off my game. Oh, I thought I overjumped for a second. I don't know why, but Crash Warp's future levels I always found more enjoyable than these. These feel like early concept, like it's not even really well, I guess it's future, but it's more industrial than what the actual future levels in Warped are. Cuz Warped is like kind of like you're in this like sprawling like metropolis, future metropolis, you know, environment. Like this feels more closer to like the industrial levels in Crash 1. But it has kind of a little future flair to it. I don't know. But like the ones in Warped, like it feels like you're like in like an episode of like Black Mirror or something. Like Alright, I think we got this. See, how did I, you know... How did I die last time? I don't remember. I guess this guy just got me? Alright, Death Root. I don't know if there's boxes here or not, but we'll see. Because I have a feeling they're gonna make... Yeah, there are. So I basically have to like do this and come back. It almost makes me wonder if I should go through the normal level and come back and then go at the... You know what I mean? I think I might do that. I think that's what they want you to do. But it's not letting me back, right? No, it's not. See, now this looks a little like this kind of like foreground here. This is kind of reminiscent to what... Oh, God. Kind of reminiscent to Crash Warp's future level in a way. Okay. See, checkpoints. I don't know, there's something weird about this. Oh my, are you kidding me? Thank God for the checkpoint. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna question it. Oh, that was like tippy toes landing here, there. See, I don't like this. So I was supposed to, I wasn't supposed to go through the death route. Of course. You know what though? I'm gonna come back to this level because I actually want to beat the game with the regular ending anyway. So we'll save this as like, we'll put a pin in this, beat the game regularly because the final boss is very easy. And then we'll come back to this level and get the alternate ending. So we'll just jump right into Rocket. Oh, I might have to invert my controls because I'm used to inverted controls for the jetpack. But maybe I could just deal. Yeah, I'm gonna put inverted. I'm just so used to that. I'm not usually a guy who inverts controls in any game, but this is how I learned these levels, is through the inverted jetpack, and it makes sense because you kind of gives you that a more immersive feeling of being in this like space station with zero gravity. And by the way, a lot of people don't like the jetpack levels because they kind of were a little wonky with the controls. But I mean, this is basically what the game advertised on its like box. And I was just always like, I remember like there was a time, especially when I didn't have a memory card yet, because this was, if you remember, this was my first game I ever got. So the idea of getting to the 5th warp room was like impossible. Like if I was like the most I could ever do is get to the 4th warp room if I was like playing for like a really long time and just going for the crystals. Because basically when I used to play, I just wanted to play just to see what other levels there were. I was always interested in 100%, but not when you didn't have a memory card, you just wanted to beat the game regularly. And I was just a kid, of course, so like I had no concept of how my... Like, I mean, if that's how I played today, that would be a different story. That's not how I would ever, you know, I always go for 100% with stuff as best I can. But yeah, the jetpacks, it was like this like weird kind of like lore that they used on me, like whereas like it's like wait, there's a jetpack level and I still haven't I can't find it, I can't get to it yet because I have no memory card and I have to get this memory card. Like that's just my memory of this. But maybe now that people have, you know, obviously other people had different experiences and probably had a memory card because they, you know, they knew better. But I guess that's why maybe they're more critical of it. And it is, like, I agree with them, but it's just, a lot of people dread these levels. I actually find them very fun. They're completely different from anything the game has ever offered. Alright. And by the way, this music in this game, this particular music, I think is like some of the greatest Crash Bandicoot music of all time. It just, like, literally the music keeps building and build. Like, if you ever, like, have a chance to listen to it on YouTube, like the YouTube clip, notice how, like, it's like the one Crash Bandicoot song that, like, completely keeps building and building and building and building to kind of like this epic, like, I didn't even get the crystal, did I? How did I miss the crystal? What is going on with the crystals in these warp rooms? That I can't, like, I'm just completely bypassing them. I can't believe this. Maybe I will need 2 hours. Because I'm not going to be able to see these damn crystals. Where are they? That's never, like, that's never something anyone should ever ask. Where's the crystal? It's like the most easiest thing to find. I can't wait to watch the playback of me just bypassing, just rambling on about, not having a memory card. But, you know what? These levels are fun, so anything to come back to them. At least this one is. I think the other one's a little tougher. Like, seriously, like, I don't understand how I missed it. I'm gonna see it, and it's gonna be, like, right there, plain as day. I can't be the only one, though, because I've played Crash. I played this game hundreds of times. I've never missed a crystal. And I'm talking about the PS1 version, like, so I've only played this one once, the Sane Trilogy. Did I already miss it? Like, that's what's going through my mind right now. How did I miss the crystal, though? That's weird. It had to, like, be, like, illuminating the whole, like, metallic structure it was next to, again. I'm getting kind of worried now. Where is it? There it is. Wait. Maybe I went underneath too. Maybe I went too underneath to dodge those things, and I just completely just kept. I don't know. I have it now though. Doing these levels in time trial was quite the experience, quite different than what I'm used to. But I think they were... It was fine, though. They're generally short levels, so, like, when you're actually going fast, and when you learn, like, the pattern of what to avoid, like, how to avoid each thing, like, these levels go quick. Alright. Night fight. This is what should have been the first... If you're going for just the game regularly, this is the first, night level you should come across, instead of, like, beyond the secret warp room. So, hopefully it's... I think there's a death route or something, though, so... Might have a little, tricks up its sleeve, compared to... the other one. Yeah, death route. I hope it doesn't make me, like, do too much crazy stuff coming backwards through that other path. Oh, there's nothing here. There's no boxes on this side. So I guess I should just get the gem and then die. Yes? No? So this is where it would split off, but there's boxes here, so let's see what we can do. I don't think I can do this. Okay. So it didn't give me a checkpoint, did it? Okay, so we have the gem. We don't have to worry about that. There were no boxes that way. Let's go right. I like that they fixed that a bit, because in the original you would get, like, stuck if you tried to bounce on top of those boxes. You would get stuck, like, on, like, the protruding the, like, tiki head or whatever. Okay. Okay, so there's two different types of bonuses in these night levels. One is where the firefly isn't attached to you, but it's going... Oh, damn. But it's going from left to right, so you kind of have... It's kind of, like, timed. Whereas this one, it does attach to you, so you kind of want to... be smart, try to get ahead a little bit of what you can see, and then use it, come back to use it, because it's going to run out at a certain point. See, now I'm not going to take that firefly. I'm going to come over here and get rid of these boxes. And yes, I am aware that the brightness is kind of, like, on my side here. I didn't put the brightness up for the, just the way it is, but this is how you do it. And that should be it. I think the rest are just nitros. Okay.
Whoa!
What? Oh, I didn't see him. My bad. So, are there like UFOs, or are they like trying to say like there's like aliens or something that come out at night? I mean, obviously I know that's a lizard, and those are like possums or whatever. But the weird little like UFO floating. What is going on here? Oh, I think there's two. I know what's going on. There's two boxes at the very end of the death route. I'm pretty sure that's what they're trying to tell me here. And yes, I could see where I'm going, kind of. And this would not be allowed in the PS1 version, but it's just kind of my... It's just the way my brightness is, or I guess, I don't know. Because I keep my brightness at like the level they tell you to put it on. Okay, this is the bonus. Did I go too far? Isn't this... Do I have to go down the hill and then... Confused. Can't really see. Oh, here it is. Right? Yep, this is where I need to be. So I think there's two boxes at the end here. Tell me there's another firefly I can work with here. Is it? Okay. There it is. Let's get out of here. Hopefully I can make it, even though I will be able to sort of see if it runs out, but it's ideal to have it. It's always good to have light. Thank God for these things, because... Whoa. See, the pits would like just blend in with the darkness way better in the PS1 version, so there we go. I guess, I mean, it feels like this might be longer than I thought, but we'll see. I mean, we have 3 done, save for the 1 gem and piston it away. You know, I could always go longer than an hour if it comes that close, but... Pack attack. I hope my controls are still inverted. I think they are. Because they gave you the option even out of the jetpack levels. I always love this little intro. This little cutscene of him getting ready. It's a little different in the Sane Trilogy, but I always like the kind of... like, playing to the music. I like the kind of like sense of wonder and presentation of it. Seeing how this game was published by Universal Studios back in the PS1 day, I always kind of hoped to see, like, if you ever went to like Universal Studios, to see like a Crash mascot walking around, and maybe like this will be a great theme for like a Crash, like ride, like maybe something in the vein of like the Back to the Future ride they used to have, or the Simpsons ride that I think replaced it. I'm just hoping I'm not missing a box, because I'm aware that of the crystal I missed last time, but I think there's always like at least one box I kind of have to remember to like not pass, because it kind of like, even in the PS1 version, it kind of throws me for blending in with like all the chaos that's going on here. Let me get this one up here before I get the checkpoint. This is kind of a callback to the lab in Crash 1, but obviously with a twist. And I kind of find these easier. This is definitely, these levels are definitely easier than that lab level. Please tell me. I feel like I missed something. Okay. The feeling is in my head. Okay, so we have 20 minutes. Or, 19. Maybe we can do this? Spaced out, we're gonna have to go through this color gem path to get the other gem. Not the box gem. So we'll see. I don't think it's required to use it for the boxes, but I honestly, with this game, at this point, I could be wrong, because I've been wrong about a lot of things, despite, me having played this game as many times as I have. $60 boxes. Yeah, I don't think they want me to... I don't think they're going to give us boxes in this thing. Let's see. But we have all our color gems, and these are basically going to link us up. Crash 1 basically used all of the gems to link you up to like the final like little area, that great hole. But this, I like this little trend that Crash games do with the color gem paths, where it's just one big thing once you get them all. I just wanted to go through. I knew there was like, I knew I was kind of like jumping the gun there, but... Oh, I have to actually be... Okay. See, you only get one shot to do this. Oh, that's right. You only get one shot to do it, and then... If you don't, yes. See, I wonder if there's a checkpoint nearby, but... I don't know. This is what makes it a little tough. Let's see if there's a checkpoint I can, like, get to. You know what? I don't think so. Maybe there is, but I don't... Let's try to just do it. Let's pull up our pants here and give it our all. I thought I could go around it by jumping towards the screen and around it. So that's an honest, fair trial attempt there. I mean, trial and error attempt. I don't know why I said fair trial. Okay, let's just go. Let's just go. I need to figure this out, though. Okay. They really hand the lives out here once to kind of compensate, so... Alright, blue gem paths over. These things, give me so much anxiety. Oh no, come on. They really set this up knowingly of what's gonna screw you. But you know, I kind of like it. Because it makes it more tense. I like that they brought back the tension of not allowing you to die in certain parts, instead of doing it for like almost every level in Crash 1 for the color gems, or at least. I like it. It comes back in like bits and pieces. I pressed X. For some reason, my X button. I don't know. So I was trying to do a light jump to kind of save myself some time for the next one, but maybe I just didn't press it as well. I don't know. Maybe it is on me. Maybe this will be 2 parts. We'll see. You have to do a little late jump on that so you can get to the next part and I don't even know if that made sense, but if you're following the mindset of what needs to be done, you understood what I said. Whew. Come on. See if but I did it late last time, like a millisecond, bleh. Millisecond too late, or too early, I don't know, whatever. Let's not dread on the past, I guess, right? I'm just trying to understand my mistakes, and I'm speaking them out. Speak them out. Another weird grammar snafu. Okay. Come on, see? And if I did it like a millisecond earlier, I wouldn't have been able to get to the next platform. This, oh God. But you know what? These are like the only tough levels are these levels. At least the 4th warp room. It's not. It's just definitely not as hard as the 4th warp room overall. This just takes stick-to-itiveness and patience again. Patience is always the theme of these games. But it's kind of at the point where it's pushing you to kind of just... You gotta be good at the same time. I'm trying to think this out. 2, 3... There we go. Okay. Now I still remember what killed me, so we'll get to it. Oh, that gives me anxiety because I feel like I should not be slide jumping through those, but okay. That's what got me last time, and it's okay. They're out when they're closer to me. I have to figure this out. Maybe they want me to jump, but then I don't want to get zapped. I have my mask, so let's just go. There we go. Alright, green gem over, yellow gem. Let's do it. A little bit of timing here. Okay, yellow gem's done. Bring me on. Bring it on, red. This is pathetic. This is desperate. Oh, I just did not like that. I guess good thing they stay back there. Okay. No! I didn't think about that through. I didn't think that through. Do you see how annoying this is, though? It's almost like, they found a way to make the colored gems more annoying than the death root. We got so far. I'm doing it though. We're getting back to that part right now. So I'm playing the new CTR Grand Prix, Rustland. It's kind of cool. It's kind of like a Mad Max, kind of post-apocalyptic setting. And there's that character Megamix, the new character. It's like the 50th character that I just unlocked. It's kind of a mix between Cortex, Tiny, Engine, and Dingo Dial. I think he's one. It was like one of the Game Boy Advance games or Game Boy game, or one of those Game Boy Advance. I never played them, but I kind of like it. I kind of like that concept for a character. That Cortex is just so desperate that he just fuses himself to everybody, uses their best assets, but they're kind of just like a monstrosity afterwards. Okay, we have this. Okay. I mean, that beginning part's what gives me the most trouble, I think. No. Okay. I don't know how I survived that, but we're in it. We're back in it, folks. We're back in it. We just... The Crash gods have granted us this. Because I forgot about this part for some reason. Like, I just forgot to... Okay, I know what to do. I mean, I did know what to do. I definitely did what I was supposed to do, but I did a little too early. Okay, so I guess the Crash Gods are, this is a little bit of timing here. There's like three different things, like phases, in a timing of this. See, this one I can't do. Still can't do it. Can do it here. I don't like that. I don't know if I'm supposed to jump over a gap there or just walk on the platform, but whatever. Okay, this is where we died. We beat this guy. Maybe I think I was thinking too much. Yeah, I gotta just keep getting him. Hey, Billy Nuggets. I love that name. Okay, we did it. Let's get out of here. Maybe we should try for the gem? Or should I just save it? It is hard. The platinum... Now, does the platinum require the time trials? Because I did get the platinum, I'm just misremembering. Do you have to do the time trials for Crash 1 and 2? Because if that's the case, that's annoying. Yeah. Otherwise, it's doable. It's definitely difficult, but it's, I've definitely, gotten worse platinums that were more difficult to do, but this is definitely, nothing to sneeze at. Yeah, and that game's the hardest one out of all three, I'd say. That didn't work well. Whoops. Oh, nice. I think the last platinum I got was for Days Gone. It was fairly easy. If you knew you were like, and for open world games, like, I typically don't play open world games, so like I never expect myself to actually like platinum in them because there's just so much like stuff you have to find and stuff. But it was pretty like simple. God of War, I platinumed. Last of Us, platinumed. I have like 23 platinums, I think. I've definitely played a little in this PS4 life cycle. I've heard Jedi Fallen Order is great though. Oh yeah, I find it's like I feel like I was platinuming more stuff like in the PS3 era when I was younger compared to now. I feel like these days I'm just too busy to even bother unless it's a game I really like. I got too cocky there. Would you say it's your favorite Star Wars game? Because I know the first like Battlefront got like a lot of praise back in the day. Spider-Man, I heard, is a fun platinum to go for. A lot of people tend to get that one. And like it's all challenging, I'm sure, but I think it's like easy in terms of just like not. There's no like trophies that are like insanely like bizarre. That it's like, why would I even try to get that? It's kind of like an Uncharted type of game, though, like, right? Like, kind of like that third-person climbing and fighting mechanic kind of type of game, I think, from what I've seen. Okay, these like bouncing Wumpa Fruit boxes always throw me whenever they're over a pit like this, but I'll get it. They're definitely the most challenging in the first game. Oh yeah, I remember that one. How far into Crash 1 are you? Oh, you said like you're 50%, right? Or is that in Star Wars? Good. I think I'm gonna try to just beat this game in this one stream instead of splitting it up. So, I mean, make it a proper finale instead of just like giving a 20-minute thing afterwards. Oh no! See, in the original game, you can actually still run around while you're shrinking in this part. It was kind of like Naughty Dog's way to like tease you into thinking you could still like progress. I kind of like that. I kind of wish the Sane Trilogy like included that. I feel like the Sane Trilogy didn't really support itself as well as like CTR has in terms of really giving fans what they want or whatever, but that's just me. Oh, you just got Sane Trilogy? That's good. Yeah, just know the first crash, it's definitely the most difficult. Like, the difficulty spikes are, like, random, and whereas, like, Crash 2 and Crash 3 kind of have more of a smooth progression. Yeah, it's definitely fun. It's definitely a game that rewards patience and, it will punish you if you rush it, or if you don't think about what you have to do to get past like that certain obstacle that's giving you trouble, and it's definitely rewarding once you get past it. That's what I always loved about these games. Okay, so let's... I didn't get the crystal in Pack Attack? What is going on? For some reason, this fifth warp room, I just keep missing the crystal. I think it like blends in with the scenery or something compared to the PS1 version, because I never have this problem. True, I hear that. Yeah, and plus, yeah, it'll be rewarding once you beat Crash 1. And Crash 1's still a great game, but, it will make more sense what's going on in Crash 2 after you beat it. Me personally, like, this was the first Crash game... Crash 2 was actually the first video game I've actually ever had. It came with my PS1, like, in 1997. So I jumped into Crash 2. That was my first game I played, so I was kind of, like, a little bit lost in terms of what was going on, but it was still pretty simple to figure it out. Because obviously it's a little bit more gameplay focused than story, but there's definitely more story in Crash 2 than there is in Crash 1. I'm just trying to rush through this because I just want to get that crystal. I don't understand how I missed it again by talking. I guess I was talking too much again. Let's get that checked. The crystals basically became the enemy for me in this fifth warp room by being stealthy. I probably could have beat this in the hour if I didn't... Okay, there it is. It's right in front of my face. I couldn't even see it just now for some reason. Maybe like maybe it's me, but I feel like there's something like with like the color palette that's like screwing me up from seeing it. But whatever, we got it. Yeah, Crash 1 definitely has... See, Crash 2 has kind of like these like intermittent conversations that you're having with Cortex. Whereas Crash 1 is just like they throw you into a boss fight, you don't even know who they are, and...
Yes! My plan is nearly complete, and I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. Engine, what's happening? What's that? Is she stealing our signal?
Crash, Cortex isn't gonna use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. He's gonna harness the force and use it to power the super Cortex vortex he's built on his space station. One blast and the ray will cover the entire world, turning everyone into Cortex's mindless slaves. Crash, don't let him have those crystals!
Engine, you fool! She's telling him everything! Oh, yes, we're back now. Pardon the, interruption. Crash, bring me crystals!
Okay. Maybe you... I think they're both the same, it's just different skins. But maybe it's easier to play as in terms of the feel that she offers. Okay. A lot of people don't like this last fight here, but I kind of always found it interesting. It's definitely... I like how it utilizes the jetpack and... Sorry, I'm just trying to get this guy. Hopefully you looked away when he was talking, or are not looking too closely at this if you don't want to get spoiled. I don't think I'm going to do this. That was weird. Okay. This definitely feels a little differently than the PS1 version. And the ending... like, the ending area that he goes through, like, he's supposed to go through, like, a vortex, but there wasn't any vortex. I wonder if, like, Vicarious Visions just decided... or just didn't finish the level? I don't know. I also found it weird that Coco says that Cortex plans to turn us into mindless slaves, but slaves was a word that was censored in the Crash Team Racing intro because they had Nitrous Oxide say minions instead of slaves. So why was that censored in CTR but it wasn't censored here? Not that I personally don't even agree with the censorship of it because I feel like it's all about context, that term. Obviously it has, you know... Obviously it's a bad thing, but, aren't we supposed to be fighting the bad guy? Like, I don't know. Come on. Because there's no vortex at the end, I can't really, it's not really clear to me when this ends. Or like when I'm supposed to get hit the third hit by, but... maybe I can get him. There we go. Oh, they give you speed shoes. That's something they don't do in the original. They do this for the time trials, obviously.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot.
If you don't want to see the cutscene, I'd look away, but it's up to you.
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? And what about the Cortex Vortex? It's still up there.
Okay, I'm gonna skip this, and now we're gonna do the level. We're gonna get 100% with that last level spaced out, or pissing it away. And then we're gonna do the alternate ending. Everything's done though, right? Okay, we just gotta do piston it away. That last boss fight, by the way, gave me more trouble than I thought it would. And I think it's mainly because it just felt differently. but it's definitely easier than the Cortex fight in Crash 1. Crash 1's boss fight was giving me a lot of trouble, I remember. So this we have to get to a death route, so we can't die. But we also can't go on the death route until we complete the level and come backwards. So this is gonna be a little nerve-wracking. It shouldn't be too much harder than the color gem paths, though. Which wasn't necessarily hard, it was just time-consuming if you died once. Because then you would have to start the level all over again. Okay. That was my fault. Kind of, yeah. I'm kind of a little relaxed right now. Like, right now I'm playing Death Stranding, and I have no intention to go for the trophy right now. I'm just kind of going through the story, and, you know, it's kind of an experimental game on its own. Oops. So, I'm not sure if I'm, like, even dead set on doing that one yet, but usually games that I like, I'll trophy hunt for. And there's a lot of games I like. Like, most of the Uncharted games I did. I think Lost Legacy is the only one I didn't get the platinum on, which was like the spin-off with Chloe. What other ones? I have like Killzone Shadowfall. The Last of Us, I think, was the hardest one to do because playing on like the hardest difficulty was very challenging. And there was a lot of stuff, I don't know, there was just a lot of stuff where they just kept making you like replay the game. Yeah, I have the first 4 from the 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those were challenging too. I have the first Jack and Daxter Platinum, which is kind of... I tried to get the Jack 2 and Jack 3 ones, but they are actually tougher. I think it's like at 91% right now, but like... There's something that I ran into... Oh, I died, so I can't do this. I have to do it over. There's something with Jack 2 and 3 that doesn't allow you to... Like, if you miss something, then you can't get the platinum, and that kind of just, like, discouraged me from even trying. But Jack and Daxter is, like, you can do it without, you know, you worrying about missing anything. But yeah, I have the Uncharted platinums. I have Horizon Zero Dawn. I have a good amount. Like, I have these, I have Crash Team Racing, which was actually harder than it was definitely more difficult for me because I never beat, I don't know if you're aware of, like, Oxide's, time trials, because in the PS1 version, I never beat them all. So they basically forced me to finally beat each one, including the Crash Nitro Kart ones, which were, you know, I have no real experience with. But that I got. Yeah, time trials I'm not usually... Back when I was a kid I liked them, because when you're a kid you have all the time in the world to just keep playing them over and over and over, but when you're like older, I really don't have time for that. And I don't like stuff, yeah, I don't like stuff where it's like you have to beat it in a certain amount of time, and if you don't, then you missed your chance or whatever. I don't like that. And I don't like online trophies. Games that make you play the online, like Killzone made me play the online, and made you play like you had to grind and grind and grind, and it's like I felt like I was only doing it because I wanted to do it before like the online was taken down. But that was obviously when there was a lot of time to do it. But there's some games I can't even get, like on PS3, like the Resistance series, which are now no longer online because like most PS3 games are taken down, or all pretty much, I think. So I can't even get the platinum anymore because they're locked behind these online required trophies. Most games got rid of, stopped doing that though, because they realized online is obviously not permanent. Okay, I haven't died yet. Okay, so when I get to this, I can't go on the death route yet. When I get to this. So I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna get the death route yet. The GT Gran Turismo 4 or I haven't played that game, so I haven't seen it. But is there anything is there anything that's like kind of like nonsense with that, or? There's some platinums I'll never go for, like well, I mean, some I've tried, but like I obviously, like the GTA 5 platinum, I think I'm still like at 50%, and I'm not even gonna bother. There's some games that they design themselves to be so, like, you basically have to live in the game for like the next decade if you want to like even like come close to platinum. So that I don't have time for. Oh, GTA 4. Yeah, see, and it's like the same thing with GTA 5. Do I want to go all the way over or back? Okay. What are they doing to me here? These kind of like futuristic levels, these two levels are kind of like the only two things that kind of prevented me from, that kind of just are the most difficult out of this 5th warp room. But we did it. We did the bonus at least. Well, hopefully we can get back to that death route. I hope they keep the death route. I hope that I'm allowed to die and then still come back to that death route. This is the 5th warp room. This is the second. Oh, the in terms of the game, this is the second game. not gonna even bother getting that life. Even though I know it's fairly simple, but I can't risk this at this point. Okay, so I came all the way here. Okay, so now I have to come back. This is stressful. No, I did. For Crash, I already platinumed these. I'm just playing it over again because I've never streamed these games. But yeah, I did platinum them, and yes, they are. It was quite the ride. What the hey? I'll be fancy. Any advice? Let's see. Well, you're in the first game, so just remember a lot of people don't really keep this in mind, that the bouncy boxes, the Wumpa Fruits, where you actually have to bounce on them to get the Wumpa Fruits out, it takes 5 jumps per box before they break. Because you're going to come across some bonus sections that will have you jumping on them over like a pit. So it's good to know... It's good to know when they actually break. It's 5 per box. That's just like a random thing that came to my mind, but if I was... Oh no, I hope that didn't destroy our death route. My favorite level... In Crash 1, my favorite level is probably... Oops. I think it's called Castle Machinery towards the end, because it's hard, but I feel like it's a fun level to figure out. So that's later on, but in terms of like aesthetics, I always find like the little upstream levels a little bit more relaxing. But mostly, honestly, I love when you get to Crash 2 and they give you the snow levels. Because there are no snow levels in the first game, so it's a completely different environment, and I always love that feeling. I love snow levels in any game, basically. Okay, yeah. And I like the earlier kind of like temple levels, where it's kind of like a side-scroller. They get a little harder towards the end. Like, I know there's one that's I think Lost City is kind of like the harder one. That's a little later, I think. But I think like the first, like, I just like the aesthetic to it, and I like I find the first one fun because it's kind of like this like traditional platformer. Even when it gets difficult, it just feels it feels enjoyable. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult, but even that level's fine compared to like the harder levels in the game. But I think that level has this requirement though, where to get like the gem or the color gem that it offers, you have to beat the level without dying. Which, if you're going for like 100%, that's very annoying. This is giving me trouble here. I don't know how I slid that guy, but I got him. I don't know if we have to go all the way back this way. Is there any boxes? Yeah, there is. Oh, I think I know what you're saying. Native Fortress, right? It's like the kind of like the jungle, or not the jungle, but it's like the fortress level where you're like rising, and it's like a side scroller. That back in the PS1 days, that level, I couldn't believe how long that level goes. Because Crash levels are typically, you know, the simpler ones are like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe, you know, not even. Maybe like the harder levels will go like 5 to 6, but that level's like a solid like 15 minutes if you're doing it right. If you're not dying a million times. I had to figure out how to get past this zapping part, because usually I can get past it. But I think I already got rid of my death root, which would stink. Come on. They really expect you to go backwards to do this. Yep, it'll do that. I think there's a level before that one that's kind of similar, but it's and I always think it's Native Fortress, but it's not. It's like the Great, I don't know, the Great Wall or something like that, which isn't bad. But I always think that's the one that because I'm always dreading Native Fortress. But thankfully, that's not the one. I think what you need to learn too with well, I guess now you've beat it, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, the Great Gate, that's the one I was thinking of. I was gonna say, I guess you don't have to worry about it now, but a lot of people have trouble with the tribesmen because they don't realize you're supposed to like jump on his head and then spin him, because a lot of people just get, you know, just keep getting knocked off the edge by trying to like spin him or run into him like straight on. I actually think that's the last level you'll... Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that's the last level of that type that you'll come across. So you can at least be grateful it's over. But there's definitely going to be harder levels in other environments that are going to pop up. Okay, this thing is giving me so much trouble. There we go, that wasn't that hard. Please let this death platform still be here. Yeah, I know, right? Of course. I can't even do the death route. At least I figured out how to get past that zap, like that phaser or whatever it is. I think it's worth for a finale. It's good. I usually try to keep these to an hour long, but since it's the last, it's the finale. It would have been too short if I did it into 2 parts. So we could probably do this for like a 2-hour thing. I'm not doing because I think the time trial. I'm not doing the time trials for this, but I'm just like I like whenever I play Crash 2 or basically any of the Crash games, I always go for 100% because I've played these games like so many times at this point that I kind of just I just feel obligated to. And I'm kind of a completionist anyway, and these are the perfect type of games for that. I mean, I have I did all of Crash 1 100% for like the stream on my channel, and this is basically the finale to Crash 2's. Oops. So I feel like if I was gonna do a stream, it'd be funner for the audience and probably more painful for me, but funner for the audience if they see 100%. I haven't died yet. No, I haven't. Okay. Yeah. I mean, when they were showing this, when the media was playing this game and kind of like playing it for like marketing reasons to like show off the levels, they were kind of embarrassingly bad at this. Like even like a casual like gamer who's picking this game up for the first time can probably figure out what they weren't figuring out. But yeah, me too. Like I'm guilty of like looking at it and being like, "Come on, guys, you guys seriously can't do that." But then you pick it up and play, and you remember that like, "Oh yeah, this game, you know, you do die a lot." It's definitely not a game that holds your hands like many games today do. Like most of these like the secrets in this game, they don't even like tell you what you're supposed to do. You kind of have to figure it out, which I kind of like. But I could see someone for the first time playing it having a little bit of trouble. But you just have to think about it. Like you have to think about what like hints might be there for you to figure it out. Oh, damn it. Right. It's basically like I always love the linearness of these games. I like how it's just you versus the obstacle, and you have to either get over it or around it, but like you're in a tight space. I always like. I feel like that benefits what a Crash game is, and a lot of people like want an open world Crash game, but I feel like that kind of robs the essence of what makes these games unique and like distinctive to what they, you know, what they try to do. Okay. Okay, so we still haven't died. Let's not die. This is where we died last. Well, coming back to this part. Okay. It's been fun chatting with you, Billy. And good luck with Crash Bandicoot 1, because it's not a walk in the park. Oh no! God! I wasn't thinking. God, you know? Damn. This is, wow. Like, pissing it away. I forgot that it gives you this much trouble. And it, honestly, it's giving me probably more, no. Maybe. I mean, I think it will. It's basically giving me more trouble than Cold Hard Crashes, right? Because it's this is the level that's making me do a 2-hour thing. But you know what? It's the finale, so whatever. You can't control everything that's But I hope I can do this under 2 hours at least, please. You know? Oh man, I can't believe I have to do this over again. But this is the tension of watching me stream this without editing software, where I can just edit out my mistakes, because everyone has to suffer with me, and it just makes you not. I mean, I would hope it makes you root for me to keep going. Sometimes when I watch Let's Plays, if I don't really typically find the Let's Player, if I feel like they're not really taking it seriously, or being sincere, or like if they're not learning from their mistakes, I kind of root for them to die. In the game, obviously, but like I'll root for them to like get a game over, because I feel like they need to learn better. If they're gonna make me sit through all this, you know, they almost become like an anti-hero to the audience. So I don't know if I'm an anti-hero to people or not, or because, you know, maybe I should have learned from my mistakes here, or maybe I'm babbling on too much and you just don't like the cut of my jib, but I hope you're rooting for me here. But I would understand if you're not. Because things like that just happened are little mistakes that should not happen. I didn't die, did I? I hope not. Depth perception's off. I'll let that guy live. Or whatever it is. I never figured out what these things are. God, so the death root... Wait, did I... No. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the box gem. I never did this part. I was making sure. I was like, oh wait, did I get the box gem and all I have to do is the death root? But we did the death root, so this is what happens when you're almost 2 hours in. You just forget what's going on. This is so, it's like so much back and forth. It's like the game even the bonus is like, you know what? Come back again. This is what the theme of the level is, backtracking galore. I keep messing this up. I think I was supposed to leave like a bouncy box or something, but I don't like to do that. I'm supposed to be able to go around that. I don't know if they're blocking me from doing it or not, but whatever. I guess the mask is expendable. Now I have to go back. It's like, you know, come on. I forgot about this, honestly. I was able to hear the lab assistant because I went so high from above me. Okay. What? I died on something simple last time. That's kind of disappointing. I find that I'm not proud of that. Okay, checkpoint. Get that back here. Something like one of those electric guys got me. I think it was like this guy. I'm wondering if we'll hit 99 lives by the end of this. I hope the death root rewards you for this because, God, this has been stressful. Billy Bob! I love how you just announced yourself like that. That's great. We just had Billy Nuggets, so... glad to have you. Glad to have you. Okay, I didn't need to go this far. Okay. Oh, okay. Or are you? I can't, like, I wouldn't know any better. But if you are, that's great. I'm glad you're back. Okay. This is the part that gets us, but I did it good last time. God! I can't, I don't want to do this. I have to do this in one go. Apparently, so do I, because it's been taking me almost 2 hours to do 1 hour, what I thought could be a 1 hour stream. This level is annoying, and it's no reason it's called Piston It Away, because you really, when it comes to your lives, like, it's not even my lives that are going away, it's just my time. I can't believe how long this is gonna be, but whatever. I wish I could split these up. I don't know if PS4 lets you do that. Hey, Billy Nugget. Practice makes perfect, though. I mean, I know it's cliche, but that's pretty much what these games teach you. Persistence is everything. How many Billy accounts do you have? Alright, let's do this again. We did it, I mean, we do this fine, but just need to get past that other part. It doesn't let me go. See, it should, though. I don't know if this is still Billy Nuggets, but huh. Seems... I guess that works. Okay, let's maintain my mask here so I don't have to deal with this phaser. Whoa, okay. Alright, let's do this, let's do this. I'm just trying to psych myself into this because I need to get this right. Okay, I didn't need to go this far, I keep forgetting. I'm so nervous though. Here we are. Whatever, let's just go. I think we were gonna make it. Okay. Now we can do this. Maybe we can do it in 2 hours. Not, you know, 2 more hours, but in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. I don't think it's that hard. I mean, we already did this before, so... Whoa, okay. That guy just backed up into it. I don't even think I hit him. This is pretty easy. I think we're gonna do it. And we got a checkpoint. Thank God. Whoa. I definitely jumped the gun on that. I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh my God. Thank God. 69 out of 69. Let's go. Oh. I might count this as part 14 and part 15 in the title. We'll have to see. It's kind of like a double episode. There we go.
You have acquired all of the gems. Incredible! The crystals are not the only means of harnessing planetary energy. The gems have that ability as well. And with them, I can destroy the Cortex vortex forever! Let me warp you to my completed laser installation.
Okay. Should we trust him? Why not? It's not like we have any other choice. He's basically our Deus Ex Machina of coming out on top here.
We are ready, Crash. Would you like to do the honors?
And boom, it is over. and they just throw me into, like, I don't even know. Okay. But that is Crash 2, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and we destroyed the Cortex Vortex, and I guess Embryo's was helpful for us, but he kind of disappears after this now. And yeah, I had a great time doing this one. It's one of my favorite PlayStation 1 games. We will do Crash Warped soon. We'll see, because next week I'm going to be going away, but yeah, we got Crash 2 done. It's all packed up and ready to go, and it was fun. Overall, I'd say I enjoyed this more than Crash 1. But they both had their kind of difficulty spikes, and Crash 2 kind of surprised me with you know, with this fifth warp room. The piston and away gave me a lot of trouble. Obviously, Spaced Out did too, but piston and away can go piss off for all I care. So, and yeah, Cold Hard Crash was definitely difficult. Fourth warp room was difficult overall, but overall, it's worth it. It's rewarding in the end, and I had fun, and I hope you guys did too. Anyway, this is Kevin signing out, and I will catch you next time. Please remember, if you would like to rate, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Kev Plays, and it will be greatly appreciated, because, you know, I feel love when I get that one more subscriber. I'm very low. I'm not a YouTube hit, but I don't consider myself really a YouTuber, but I kind of like the early steps of where this is going. I've been enjoying it. Anyway, have a great rest of your weekend, everyone, and bye-bye.